Good morning, everyone. I'm Rizky, and I'd like to address the privacy issue of data leakage from actor network theory perspective. Basically, the idea came up because, like in Indonesia, there's something viral. It's about the hijack of the Biorka, the online hacker trying to take down the Indonesian government. And because of that, we question ourselves, like, does privacy matter and should we really protect it? Bjorka does they try to steal and also sell the 1.3 billion SIM card registration of Indonesia, and the data contains the identity card and also the family card. And regarding to this, the Ministry of Communication and Information respond that if you want to embrace the government, you need to find the other way. And along with that, there's also the doxing of a number of Indonesian ministers and political figures, such as the Minister of State on Enterprise, Erick Thohir, also the Parliamentary Speaker, Puan Maharani. So basically, it happened in September this year, 2022. And the reason why the Biorka does it is because in order to protest the Indonesian government, because the rising cost of fuel, which has caused the protests across the country. And Biorka said in the Twitter that he has Indonesian friend, and because of that, Biorka tried to do the protest by hijack the Indonesian ministry website. Also, just recently, maybe 4 days ago, Biorka again returns and it leaks 45 million data of My Pertamina. So basically, it's a digital financial service platform from Pertamina that is integrated with the application of Link Aja. So this application is used for non-cash fuel oil payments at Pertamina's public fueling station, and because of this, some of the data are leaked, including the name, email address, citizen identification number, taxpayer identification number, phone number, address, date of birth, gender, income, and other data. Unfortunately, previously, in the 2022 and also 2021, again, there's also data leak happens in Indonesian online marketplaces. Unfortunately, it happened in 3 platforms, which are Tokopedia, Bukalapak, and also Bineka. And the number is like this, 91 million, 13 million, and also 1.2 million user data. So, the disadvantages of this data leakage are the phishing, bank robbery, hacking, of course, virus or trojans, and also spamming. And right now, we come to the point that we are questioning what is exactly the privacy itself. So basically, in this technological era, privacy becomes redefined as dealing with data generally, in specific electronic data. And before there's an international regulation related to privacy, the root is the Fair Information Practices happened in the United States in July 1973. So it's about the Fair Information Practices itself. It's all about the set of principles and practices that describe how information-based society may approach information handling, storage, management, and flows with a view toward maintaining fairness, privacy, and security in rapidly evolving global technology environment. So basically, it's all about how to protect the safeguarding privacy. And because of these fair information practices, it leads to a greater and a broader regulation that happen globally, created by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD. So, the needs is to protect the unlawful storage of personal data, the storage of inaccurate personal data, or the abuse or unauthorized disclosure of such data. And it happened in 1980, and Indonesia has become the part of OECD, unfortunately, in 2009. So these are the 8 basic principles of the OECD relating to the privacy itself, but one of them is the security safeguards principle. So personal data should be protected against loss, unauthorized access, destruction, use, modification, or disclosure. And in Indonesia, there's a regulation regarding the privacy concern, but unfortunately, it still has some drawbacks, like it doesn't classify the problems regarding the data leakage specifically and clearly, which leads to a confusion. And again, there's no comprehensive sanctions or punishment that have been regulated. The privacy data protection in Southeast Asia. Again, Malaysia become the pioneer, and it has released like the personal data protection in 2013, followed by Thailand in 2018. And although in Indonesia, the personal data protection bill has been discussed since 2016, it has just been legalized this year, exactly in September 20. So regarding to the actor network theory, these are the actors like the human, the Minister of Communication and Information Technology, the general public, the ICT researchers, parliament, hackers, National Cyber and Crypto Agency, the Indonesian National Police, the Indonesian Intelligence Agency, the press, the OECD, the Interpol. While moving to the non-human actors, we have computer, internet, information, or the data stored both in the web and also the application, regulation of the law related to the privacy and security and cyber security. And these are the problematization. So basically, the focal actor here are the general public, the press, and also the ICT researchers. So they need to raise the awareness and show the data leakage issue. In order to find the solution, they need to emphasize the OECD guidelines regarding the privacy. Coming to the interest mode. So the parliament does the mapping of the problems and release the cyber security regulation, and it should be supported by the Indonesian government, like the Minister of the Communication and Information Technology should strengthen the cyber security and also protect the data, supported as well by the National Cyber and Crypto Agency, the Indonesian National Police, the Indonesian Intelligence Agency, and the marketplace companies need to know about this issue. For the enrollment, of course, the press needs to be the watchdog, because as we know that privacy concern is such a critical thing, because we need to protect the general public data. And the general public itself, they need to aware of their privacy concern. The ICT researcher, they need to focus on the privacy issues. The parliament, of course, need to regulate the cybersecurity. The Indonesian Minister of Communication and Information Technology should strengthen the cyber security and protect the data, supported by the other actor network. And the marketplace companies should understand the regulation and also implement all the law that has been regulated by the parliament. These are the mobilization. So because it's an international case, Biorka is based in Warsaw or Polandia. So we need, like collaborate with the Interpol as well, because this is international cases. And for the irreversibility part, when the data of the users are leaked. And for the immutable mobile, the cyber security to protect the user data that has been stored in both the web and application. There's also basically the technological problem here is the data leakage itself. Privacy has become the concern because right now we are facing the technological era, and yeah, and the government and also the international countries has regulated the privacy regulation itself in order to protect the data of the general public.
Thank you.
Thank you.